Maya Ellis had always preferred silence over spectacle. She wasn't the type to compete for attention or crave accolades. In the chaotic, status-driven world of tech consultancy, her quiet confidence often went unnoticed. But she didn't mind. Maya had climbed her way up at Vireo Strategies, one of Chicago's rising stars in digital business transformation, by letting her work speak louder than any polished Prada heel or designer handbag ever could. Her style was clean, composed pressed blouses, tailored slacks, and shoes that were practical, not attention-seeking. But in a workplace where luxury fashion and social cliques reigned supreme, Maya's simplicity made her a target. And it wasn't long before the wolves in heels and cufflinks turned their eyes on her. Janelle Brooks, a senior account executive known for her catty remarks and obsession with aesthetics, made Maya the center of her daily mockery. It started subtly, a raised eyebrow at Maya's canvas tote bag, a smirk at her plain pumps. But over time, it grew meaner, crueler. "Looks like someone raided a thrift store again," Janelle once sneered, her voice loud enough for the room to hear. "You do realize you're not in a community college anymore, right?" Beside her, Logan Reed chuckled, adjusting his Rolex as if to underline the point. Logan was sales, arrogance in slacks, and all flash with very little substance. He prided himself on his network, his car, and most of all, his ability to manipulate the office culture in his favor. Joining them was Kayla Zhou, a junior creative whose Instagram account had more followers than she had successful campaigns. Together, they formed a trio of toxicity that turned Maya's workdays into emotional endurance tests. Yet Maya endured. She always had. Raised by a mother who worked 3 jobs to send her to college, Maya knew struggle wasn't a shame, it was a lesson. She'd built her career from the ground up, earned every title, every raise. But what she didn't expect was how isolating success could be when it was achieved without fanfare. At Vireo, superficiality trumped substance. Team members measured value in labels and weekend getaways, not data insights and late-night presentations. Maya's thoughtful strategies won clients, but Janelle's charm got her the praise. Maya's hours went unnoticed, her sacrifices unseen. It escalated on a Wednesday morning. Maya had just returned from a conference where she delivered a talk on sustainable growth in small businesses. She was proud she had spoken with poise, fielded complex questions, even been approached by a university for guest lecturing. But when she stepped into the office, she was greeted not with congratulations, but with silence. And then snickers. On her desk sat a coffee mug with "Try Harder" scribbled across it in red Sharpie. She recognized Kayla's handwriting. She said nothing, just cleaned the ink off and got to work. Because that's what Maya did. She endured. She rose above. Until the day she didn't have to. That Friday, Maya received a text just after wrapping a strategy brief. It was from her husband, Damian Ellis. "Stay where you are. I'm coming up." Her heart fluttered. Not out of fear, though the message was vague, but because Damian never came to her office. Not once. As the founder of Ellis Dynamics, a billion-dollar cybersecurity firm, Damian preferred to keep his presence out of Maya's professional world. It had always been her choice. She wanted to earn her way. He honored that. But now he was breaking the unspoken boundary. When the elevator doors opened, the temperature in the room shifted. Damian didn't need to announce himself. His presence filled the space. He's 6'3" in a charcoal gray suit, shoulders square, eyes sharp and unblinking. Every conversation stopped. Fingers froze above keyboards. Janelle dropped her pen. Kayla gasped. Logan stiffened mid-laugh. He walked past them without a glance, stopping only when he reached Maya's desk. "You ready?" he asked, his voice even but laced with steel. Maya stood slowly, unsure of what he was doing. Her lips parted, but no words came. "I said," he repeated, a touch louder. "Are you ready to go?" She nodded, slowly. "Yeah," she whispered. Janelle finally found her voice. "Mr. Ellis, this is unexpected. We weren't informed you'd be visiting. Would you like coffee?" Damian turned toward her, expression unreadable. "No," he said flatly, "but thank you for your performance." The room tensed. "I'm Damian Ellis," he continued. "You may know me as the founder of Ellis Dynamics. You may not. Doesn't matter. What does matter is this woman-me wife has been disrespected, undermined, and mistreated here. And I'm here to fix that." Gasps. Silence. "Effective immediately," Damian added, scanning the room. "Janelle Brooks, Logan Reed, and Kayla Joyerie fired. HR is being notified. Security will escort you out." "No," Kayla cried. "You can't do that." "I can." And I did. Logan stood up. "You can't come in here and act like you own the place." "But I do own 15% of this company," Damian replied calmly. "Check the books." Maya's hand trembled, but she stayed still. Her breathing was even. She didn't cry. She didn't flinch. "You think Maya is nothing?" Damian said, turning now to the entire floor. "You think because she dresses with humility, speaks with restraint, and doesn't flaunt wealth, she's lesser?" He laughed a short, dry laugh that carried weight. "She's smarter than anyone in this room. She's kind. She's strategic. She's the reason half your quarterly goals were met. And you treated her like she didn't matter." Janelle, stunned, tried to speak. "We didn't." "You did," Damian said, raising a hand. "And it ends here." Turning to Maya, he softened. "Let's go." Maya exhaled, her shoulders dropping. She walked with him to the elevator, silence trailing behind them like fog. Once inside, the doors closed. Only then did she allow herself to breathe deeply. "I didn't want this," she said softly. "I know," he replied. "But you deserved better." Outside, the air was brisk. Maya looked up at her husband. "What happens now?" Damian smiled. "Now, you build your own. You've built for everyone else long enough." And that's exactly what she did. Over the next year, Maya launched Ellis Bridge, a consultancy tailored to helping small and minority-owned businesses scale with integrity. She didn't rely on Damian's name, though his investment helped. She hired a diverse team of strategists, designers, and developers who shared her vision. Results without exploitation, growth without compromise. Word spread fast. Her first client was a neighborhood bakery on the South Side, then a Black-owned bookstore, then a Latings-run mobile app startup. Each one flourished, and Maya's reputation soared. But shadows from the past returned. Janelle, humiliated and blackballed from Vireo, launched her own consulting agency, branding it as chic and disruptive. She undercut Maya's pricing, won some clients through image and charm, and positioned herself as a women's empowerment leader. Maya watched, quietly, then responded the only way she knew how, with results. She started the Build Forward Campania client testimonial series that spotlighted real outcomes, authentic growth stories, and measurable impact. Unlike Janelle's glossy selfies and buzzwords, Maya's campaign was built on truth. It worked. Clients returned. Some apologized. Others referred friends. Janelle's agency began to crumble. Negative reviews. Lawsuits from clients claiming misrepresentation. Within a year, she vanished from the market. But Maya didn't gloat. She never did. Instead, she expanded. Launched scholarship programs for young consultants of color. Partnered with business schools to mentor first-generation entrepreneurs. Hosted community strategy workshops in underserved neighborhoods. One night, standing at her office window, Maya looked out at the Chicago skyline, hand in Damian's. "You did it," he said. "We did it," she replied. "No," Damian smiled. "This was all you." And in the quiet, golden haze of twilight, Maya Ellis finally understood. She had risen, on her own terms, and she was just getting started.